So Volkonovski says he wants to move up to 155. Now I find that very interesting. Now let's talk about it. This is Amerikazi. I'm Zach. I'm the American. Lee, he's the Aussie. I don't know where he is right now. Maybe he's in the outback kicking rocks, chasing spiders. Who knows? Obviously, I'm being a smartass. He just couldn't join us today. Volkonovski says he wants to move up to 155. And why not? What better, more perfect time than to do it than right now? And I know everybody knows Charles Oliveira is the real champ. But because of a technicality due to the Arizona State Commission, there is no champion. Nobody has the belt. There is a vacancy at the weight class directly above. So why, if you're Volkonovski, why wouldn't you take the opportunity to move up and try to do the champ thing? Okay? Now, I don't really know what would happen in that matchup. I've been thinking about it, and I really don't know. I really don't. I think he could beat Oliveira, but I could also see him losing. I could see it going either way. But the real question for me becomes, what happens if he does win? Because I don't really like his chances against the other talent at 155. So let's say theoretically he beats Oliveira. Then what? What do? You fight Dustin Poirier? Because I think that's a terrible matchup for Volkanovski. Now, I know everyone's going to say, well, Oliveira beat Poirier, and you're saying Volkanovski could beat Charles, but he can't beat Dustin. That doesn't make sense. Well, guess what? MMA math isn't real. Styles make fights. Get the fuck over it. Okay? That's just how it is. History's proven that theory wrong time and time again. Now, who else is in that talent pool? Justin Gaethje, he's out of the picture because he's having elective nose surgery, apparently. Michael Chandler, now that's an interesting matchup. One that I think is very winnable for Volkanovski. I'm not sure it makes sense to move up for that fight, though. Actually, I don't really think it does at all. But if he were to move up, win the belt, then it might make sense. Now, I think Chandler is the much better / fluid athlete. I think he's much quicker, much faster than Volkanovski. However, it's a very winnable fight for Volkanovski because Chandler's chin is very suspect. And one thing I will give Volkanovski all kinds of credit for is he's got a great chin. So that's a winnable fight. But what else is there? You're going to fight Islam? That's a terrible matchup. If I'm Volkanovski, I avoid that like the plague. Just like everybody else at 155. What do you maybe wait for Conor? But you can't really rely on that because who knows when he's going to heal and who the fuck knows what Conor wants to do. Because in his words, I do what I want when I want. Or whatever the fuck kind of other bullshit he says. Financially, it makes sense. And even if he does move up and he loses to Oliveira, I don't really think it hurts your legacy at all. Because when you're moving up a weight class, that's not your natural weight class, and you lose, this is just my opinion, but when you do that and you lose, I don't really care too much about that loss on your record, because I'm going to give you credit whether you win or lose, just simply because, hey man, you're going for it. You're really going for it. And I respect the shit out of that. And anyone who wants to hate on someone else for doing that is just plain ridiculous. But is there still unfinished business for him at 145? Who is there? Yair Rodriguez? But he's coming off a loss to Max, even though that was a very good fight. Josh Emmett has made a very strong case that that could potentially be a good matchup. Or if he stays at 145, you have a potential super fight with the return of the king of cringe, Henry Cejudo. Now, if you're gonna move up to 155, do it now, because I think even if Cejudo comes back, he's gonna need a tune-up fight at least. It'll be very interesting nonetheless to see what move Volkonovski makes next.